All right, well, we're starting this hour with our eye on equities as 2023 shows a reversal in trends among investors who are now turning to non-US assets. That's according to Goldman Sachs. We have Yahoo Finance's Ines Ferré here with the details and where investors are actually shifting regions they might want to keep an eye on. So, Ines, what are we watching?
Yeah, Rochelle, well, Goldman Sachs analysts have been taking a look at outflows over the last several weeks. And in the first 2 weeks of January, they saw some $5 billion in outflows into stock funds into Europe, into China, and other emerging markets. And that's because of a weaker dollar. It's also because of commodity prices that have been falling. So that's bullish for Europe, for example. And then over, of course, the optimism over the reopening of China. And so for a while, investors were only looking at U.S. assets and investing in U.S. equities, but now investors are looking abroad. The Fed is expected to continue increasing a rate somewhat, and so that is expected to have impact, for example, on tech stocks in the S&P 500, and capital really flows to where it's treated best. So as China is reopening, this is very bullish for companies which service China, which sell to China, where the demand is high in China, and that includes the luxury brands. So you had Burberry that just reported its quarterly results. Last quarter, the demand was muted in China because of those lockdowns, but Burberry's CFO is already talking about seeing a change in traffic patterns. That means that the Chinese consumers are traveling to places like Macau, to Hong Kong to buy luxury goods. Also, Richemont, that's the owner of Cartier, said that also sales are starting to pick up. And just another note, LVMH, the owner of Louis Vuitton, that stock in Europe today is hitting record highs. I want to show you what's happening with the luxury intraday chart here that you can see on our Wi-Fi interactive board. And it has been outperforming broader markets. I'm going to pull up a year-to-date chart so you can see the gains in these luxury brands year-to-date. And I'm going to pull up a one-year chart so you can see that compared to the broader markets, these stocks have been outperforming for the most part.
It's always an interesting sector to keep an eye on to see why luxury is so resilient. Ines Ferré there for us.